Top 3 parables about the meaning of life. The dream. A lame kitten. Cups of coffee. Dream. While piloting an airplane on one of the routes, the pilot turned to his partner friend, "Look down at that beautiful lake. I was born not far from it, my village is over there." He pointed to a small village that was perched like a roost on the hills not far from the lake and remarked, "I was born there. As a child I often sat by the lake and fished. Fishing was my favorite pastime. But while I was a kid fishing in the lake, there were always planes flying in the sky. They flew over my head, and I dreamed of the day when I could become a pilot myself and fly an airplane. That was my only dream. Now it's come true. And now I look down at that lake every time and dream of the time when I retire and go fishing again. After all, my lake is so beautiful." Lame kitten. The clerk of a small store had an ad pinned at the entrance, "Kittens for sale." The notice caught the children's attention, and within minutes a boy walked into the store. Greeting the seller, he timidly asked about the price of kittens. "From 30 to 50 rubles, the seller replied. Sighing, the child reached into his pocket, took out his wallet, and began to count the change. "I only have 20 rubles now," he said sadly. "Please, may I at least have a look at it?" he asked the clerk hopefully. The seller smiled and took the kittens out of the large box. The kittens, once out in the open, howled and ran away. Only one of them, for some reason, clearly lagged behind everyone else, and somehow strangely pulled up his hind leg. "Tell me, what's wrong with this kitten?" the boy asked. The seller replied that this kitten has a congenital defect of the leg. "It's for life, that's what the vet said," the man added. Then the boy got very worried for some reason. "That's the one I would like to buy." "What are you laughing at, boy? This is a defective animal. What do you need it for?" "Well, if you are so merciful, you can have it for nothing, I will give it to you anyway," said the seller. Then, to the seller's surprise, the boy's face pulled up. "No, I do not want to take it for free," said the child in a strained voice. "This kitten is worth just as much as the others. I'm willing to pay the full price. I'll bring you the money," he added firmly. Looking at the child in amazement, the seller's heart trembled. "Son, you just don't understand everything. This poor little thing will never be able to run, play and jump like the other kittens." At these words the boy began to wrap the pant leg of his left leg. And then the astonished salesman saw that the boy's leg was terribly crooked and supported by metal hoops. The child looked at the salesman. "I'll never be able to run and jump either. And this kitten needs someone to understand how hard it is for him and someone to support him," the boy said in a shaky voice. The man behind the counter began biting his lips. Tears welled up in his eyes. After a short silence he forced himself to smile. "Son, I'll pray that all the kittens would have such wonderful heartfelt owners like you." In reality, it's not as important who you are as the fact that there is anyone who will truly appreciate you for who you are, who will accept and love you without any reservations. After all, the one who goes to you, while the whole world goes from you, is the real friend. Cups of coffee. A group of graduates of a prestigious university, successful, who have had remarkable careers, came to visit their old professor. During the visit, the conversation turned to work. The graduates complained about the many difficulties and challenges of life. After offering his guests coffee, the professor went to the kitchen and returned with a coffee pot and a tray filled with all kinds of cups, porcelain, glass, plastic, crystal. Some were plain, others expensive. As the graduates sorted out the cups, the professor said, "Notice that all the pretty cups were taken apart, while the plain and cheap ones remained. And while it is normal for you to want only the best for yourself, this is the source of your problems and stresses. Understand that a cup by itself does not make for better coffee. More often than not, it just makes it more expensive, but sometimes it even hides what we're drinking. In reality, all you wanted was the coffee, not the cup. But you deliberately chose the best cups and then looked at who got which cup. Now think about it, life is coffee and work, money, position, society are cups. They are just tools to sustain and maintain life. What cup we have does not define or change the quality of our life. Sometimes, by focusing only on the cup, we forget to enjoy the taste of the coffee itself. The happiest people are not those who have the best of everything, but those who make the best of what they have. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.